Hi all, I am Manjusha. It's my pride and pleasure to have such an occasion to present a topic before you all. My topic is regarding the extent of happiness and well-being among college students in Kerala, a comparative analysis in the context of COVID-19. There is a positive correlation between happiness and well being. The word happiness is not used lightly. It's an aspiration of every human being and can also be a measure of social progress. The happiness research may give more insights into economic and policy decisions, such as money is not an important determinant of life satisfaction and happiness for a country. As we thought for an example, some poor countries are happier than richer countries, like Bhutan. Education is considered as an important part of human capital and it will bring us greater job opportunities, a decent lifestyle, healthy living, etc. In itself, enjoyable education is preferable to unenjoyable education, and an education that incidental contributes to happiness is superior in itself to one that does have. The spread of COVID 19 has drastically impacted every aspect of human life. The pandemic created an unprecedented impact on the educational sector too. In the time of COVID 19, the students had to rearrange their daily lives and to adjust the new normal situations. In USA, a survey conducted in the last week of March 2020 among higher education students shows 75% of people experienced anxiety and depression as a result of this pandemic and crisis. These are all leads to a decreasing level of happiness and well-being among college students and also affect academic performance. Academic performance is a major contributor in evaluating the progress in education, and happiness is one of the key factors that affecting academic performance of the students. Problem statement: a nation's economy is more productive as the proportion of educated workers increases. In higher education, university students are an active population in India. The psychological health of these students is highly important. Temporary closure of education institutions due to COVID-19 pandemic affected entire students. The situation is particularly worrying for higher education students who are in the vulnerable and fragile condition. These are reflected in the dropouts and non-completion rates of courses in higher education. The mode of class was turned into online from the classroom, and compared to classroom atmosphere, the adoption rate of students is 30% lower for online mode. Academic performance is also measured through their internals. For those who study higher education, this will affect their career. The specific problem is the need for more research to determine the association between last year college students' happiness and find out the extent of happiness in between post COVID and pre COVID period. The main objective of this study is to compare the happiness index during the pre pandemic and post pandemic period in the study area. Data source and methodology employed in this study are multi-stage stratified simple random sampling, that is from 4 universities. The colleges are categorized into government and private by proportional random sampling. The population for the data collection was taken from the top 4 universities in Kerala, such as Kerala University, Mahatma Gandhi University, Calicut University, finally Kannur University. These samples were taken from different courses like science stream, commerce stream, and the arts. From these samples are categorized into 4 different categories, that are scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, general, and OBC. The sample size for the study is 120 and takes 30 samples from each university. The primary instrument of this study was a questionnaire, and this questionnaire is separately asked for the period of pre-COVID and post-COVID period based on the Bhutanese survey of gross national happiness, because Bhutan is the first country that uses gross national happiness instead of gross domestic product. Based on the Bhutanese Happiness Index, used robust multidimensional methodology, 9 domains and 33 indicators were used. The main domains employed in this study are psychological well-being, health, education, culture, time use, ecological diversity, living standards, good governance, and community. The happiness index methodology describes here. Happiness index is a developmental philosophy as well as an index that is used to measure the collective happiness in the nation. To create gross national happiness index in which a higher number reflects greater happiness, the adjusted head count is subtracted from 1 to obtain gross national happiness. 4 cutoff points have been used to identify degrees of happiness. To analyze 120 samples, we have used the same methodology adopted by Bhutan, which is Alkire-Foster method. HI is equal to 1 minus HN AN, where HI represents happiness index and HN represents the percentage of people who have not achieved sufficiency in each domain. AN is the average proportion of dimension in which those not yet happy people lack sufficiency. To calculate the gross national happiness index, the data of the population are aggregated into decomposable adjusted head count M0, measure that is sensitive to the breadth of achievements. The table represents distribution of thresholds on happiness index. These are the 4 cutoff points. Less than 50 indicates unhappy, and 50 to 65 indicates narrowly happy, and 66 to 76 percentage indicates extensively happy, and above a 76 represents deeply happy. Moving on to self-reported happiness of respondents. The questionnaire was starting from the key question that taking all things together, how happy would you say you are? It will analyze the overall self-reported happiness level of all samples. The result will be categorized into 4 different scales such as not at all happy, pretty happy, very happy and extremely happy. Through this question, it can be found that at a glance we can find out the happiness level of respondents. The figure shows the self-reported happiness level of pre-COVID period of respondents. 41% of the sample were extremely happy before COVID-19. It is because they have got enough time to spend with their family and for themselves. Numerous people only get not at all happy situations. Here the post-COVID period self-reported happiness of respondents. Most of the people were pretty happy in taking all things together, but there are only numerous people were thinking that they are extremely happy with their lives by taking all things together. Happiness index is nil without its domains and indicators. It's found that each domain and indicators used in the index is different for pre-COVID and post-COVID period. Through the detailed analysis of 9 domain and their indicators show that all of these indicators influence the happiness level of both the period of post-COVID and pre-COVID. Moving on to the happiness index of students, the main objective of the study is to construct happiness index for the surveyed students and then a gradient analysis across the students from different universities in Kerala. There are 120 samples were taken for the study. The samples was taken among category of undergraduate students of final semester from the most known universities in Kerala. Moving on to measurement of happiness index, the overall happiness index of all samples for the period of post and pre-COVID period are found below. For pre-COVID period, it is 0.82. Post-COVID period, it represents 0.67, that is 67%. From the above equation, we can conclude without any doubt that it is the level of happiness abated drastically from the pre-COVID period to the post-COVID period. There is a relevant study done in America that the younger population are more pessimistic than the older people in the time of COVID-19 because they have a higher assessment of COVID-19 health risk for themselves and others also will definitely affect their mental well-being and it will directly influence their academics and education. During the time of pre-COVID, the students experience more happiness, that is 0.82. According to the happiness index methodology, it comes under deeply happy. It means they enjoy sufficiency in 82% of indicators of happiness. They have the lowest deprivations comparing to the post-COVID period. The value of happiness index is drastically decreased in post-COVID period. The value was come down to 0.67 under the category of extensively happy near to the narrowly happy condition. There was a shift in education and the student need time to adjust the new normal situations. Class hours are decreasing and cut short to some hours. Many students were lacks facilities for an online class. Exams are postponed and marks are based on the internals. These are going to be a foreshadow for the future of the university students. Let me conclude. This paper investigates extent of happiness among undergraduate students in the context of COVID-19 scenario. There is a drastic change in happiness that occurred in the period of lockdown. There is a drastic decline in the level of happiness among the undergraduate students in the post-COVID period from the pre-COVID period. Pandemic affected negatively on all the students and this will adversely be impacted on the mental health of students and turn into the level of happiness too. The fact that extent of happiness found in the study among respondents is on lower side warrants serious intervention and policy response from the authorities at the helm of social indicators earlier has now dwindled enormously. This is the best explicit finding of the study. The level of happiness, which is subjective, is an indicator of quality of life. Thank you.